Millionaire CEO hires nanny for disabled son, but what he discovers on camera leaves him in tears. Ethan Carter had everything a man could ask for: wealth, power, and influence. As the CEO of a billion-dollar tech company, he was constantly surrounded by luxury. But behind the grandeur of his success was a reality that haunted him every day. His 6-year-old son, Oliver, had cerebral palsy. His condition had made Ethan's once perfect life feel incomplete, riddled with guilt for never being present enough. Determined to find the best care for Oliver, Ethan meticulously vetted dozens of nannies, rejecting them for the smallest infractions. Then came Mary Thompson. A woman in her late 40s, she exuded warmth and patience. Unlike the others, she wasn't intimidated by Ethan's presence or his wealth. She simply looked at Oliver with kindness in her eyes and whispered, "We're going to be great friends." Ethan, skeptical yet desperate, hired her. But trust wasn't something he gave easily. Without informing Mary, he installed hidden cameras throughout the house. He told himself it was for Oliver's safety, but deep down, he feared that no one could love his son the way he did, despite his own absence. The first few days, Ethan checked the cameras constantly, seeing nothing out of the ordinary. Mary sang lullabies, read stories, and ensured Oliver was comfortable. But it was what he saw on the 5th night that shattered him. Mary had just put Oliver to bed when she knelt beside him and took his small, delicate hand in hers. "You're not alone, sweet boy," she whispered. "You are strong, and you are loved." Ethan's heart clenched. But it was what happened next that left him in tears. Thinking no one was watching, Mary sat on the floor and began massaging Oliver's tiny feet, her voice trembling as she spoke. "My son had cerebral palsy too," she confessed. "He was my world, just like you are to your daddy. I lost him, but I see his light in you. And as long as I'm here, you will never feel unloved." Ethan's vision blurred with tears. He had spent so long fearing that no one could love Oliver the way he did, yet here was a woman who already did, who had lived through the pain he had always tried to push away. The next morning, Ethan did something he hadn't done in years: he took the day off. He sat with Oliver, holding his tiny hand, just as Mary had. And when she entered the room, he looked at her with gratitude he couldn't put into words. "Thank you," he managed. Mary smiled softly. "Love heals, Mr. Carter. We just have to let it in." From that day on, Ethan was no longer just the CEO of a billion-dollar empire. He was Oliver's father, fully, completely, and wholeheartedly present. Because love, after all, was the greatest wealth of all. I've crafted an emotional and inspiring short story that captures themes of love, selflessness, and transformation. Let me know if you'd like any refinements.